I had retired from the practice of law in 2014. When I was a lawyer, I had served on a board, Colorado Humanities, and one of their programs was Mother Read and Father Read. So I became very interested in literacy tutoring and the opportunities it could create. So I thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for me to tutor.
I was at my sister's house helping nanny her newborn son, and she mentioned AmeriCorps as something she did for a 2-week little extravaganza in college, and I thought it was interesting and much more affordable than something that was overseas volunteer work, so I looked into it and found a couple of programs that I really liked. Well, there's multiple reasons why I want to serve, and I chose to. One being just I'm straight out of high school and I wanted a break between before college. And I also just really wanted to try and help someone and see what that venture took like, especially because I want to do social work as a major and career.
So during college is when I really started to get involved in community service, and that's where I decided that I wanted to look into opportunities postgraduate for service through either AmeriCorps, Jesuit Volunteer Corps, or some other organization like that. I knew I wanted to return to Colorado since it's home for me, and that's how I found I Have a Dream of Boulder County.
And so I knew I wanted to do something with the energy and environmental industry. I wasn't as happy where I was in my current career, and the fact that I wanted to talk with people more, I wanted to get the message out about conservation. So I made the life decision to move from North Carolina to Colorado, and then from there I knew I wanted to do something that would further my career and something which I can not only do environmental industry but also be able to make an impact in my community.
One of my favorite things about serving with AmeriCorps is the opportunity to work directly with underserved populations and to help people. I think it's help children. It's very fulfilling.
Diverse perspectives is definitely something that I'm achieving. I'm learning a lot more about the education system, working for it than I was when I was in it. And working with my students is definitely eye-opening and not something I would trade for college freshman year right away.
So when I was serving with I Have a Dream of Boulder, I was able to work with a class of 8th graders who had been in the program since either 2nd or 3rd grade. And my responsibility as the AmeriCorps volunteer was to coordinate enrichment activities, to be there for the after-school program, to track their grades, make sure they were getting the support that they needed in school in order to be successful.
I think the main shift I've seen myself during my time in AmeriCorps is more of a want to take charge of something. Our example being like this event right here, like being willing to want to put myself out there and be more confident in myself, and being able to give more speeches and do more leadership talks is something that I think has really helped me. And my time here, just from the first, I've only been here for 1 or 2 months, but already I feel confidence in being able to get up and talk to a group of people and feel totally fine with it.
I would say to someone who's considering becoming an AmeriCorps member that they would never regret it. I've not only been trained to be an effective tutor, but I've learned so much more about social challenges, whether it's about homelessness or about the opioid epidemic. Just it's very educational, and it is eye-opening about the social ills that we as a country face.
I think it's a great experience, especially because it is only for, well, mine is 10 months, so it's not like you're committing for a long term, like TFA is 2 years or Peace Corps is longer, and this is just like a 1 year. You could experience different communities, so I'd absolutely recommend it.
Service exposed me to a lot of opportunities that I didn't know existed. And I hope that with my daughter, I can teach her and show her, and then she can figure out what's important to her, how she wants to give back, and I anticipate that some of that will be through service.
They help you choose a path. I have many paths I want to choose, but what they do is they help you choose maybe 1 or 2 paths they didn't really think about before. And so I think it's really vital, the sense that giving you a window about possibilities that you want to do in your future career, I think is vital. I think to connecting with the younger generation, and not just, you know, not just like, you know, be a doctor or be a lawyer, but like, for example, last week we went to a greenhouse that as a greenhouse nonprofit that work with local communities, but also work internationally as well. Something that didn't really have any idea about, but something that I find fascinating, and something that, again, that focusing of what I want to do, I think Mile High Youth Corps has really helped me